And here we are, broadcasting from the Ginger and Baker studio in the heart of the Music District in beautiful Old Town Fort Collins. It's live at lunch on KRFC 88.9 FM, streaming on www.krfcfm.org. You can also find us on YouTube. Just search for KRFC RadioVision live at lunch. You'll find all sorts of great stuff. I'm your host, Sean, and today we've got a super sweet band. I'm super excited to be in the same room, about ready to listen to some music from them. They got some new music that has just been released. They're going on tour this summer. It's awesome. We're going to have a good conversation. I'd like to introduce you to Mystee. Take it away. That's Mystee. Why don't you play us another tune? Yeah. Get some water.
You've made me so lonely, come apart at the seams, and I think of you only at night in my dreams. Do you think of me? Does it get hard to sleep? Blue skin in the summer and a knife through my teeth, but you make me feel younger, and I make you believe something you can't see.
right. That's Mystee here on KRFC RadioVision live at lunch. That song was Soar. And before that, Ember Ember. And you guys are rocking. It sounds so awesome in here. I'm really excited to be here. For all you listening, pulling out your Google machines, Mystee is spelled Mystee if you're already looking them up because you're so excited to hear this new band if you haven't heard them. So Mystee. We'll be talking to Mystee for the next hour. Thought we'd start this one off with just a little round robin here. Chat with everybody. Say hi. We have Ilana held doing lead vocals, playing some awesome guitar, rhythm guitar. And you're doing some little licks in there. It's pretty sweet. I like it.
Thanks. Yeah.
How you doing? Thanks for coming.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. It's cool to be here. Sounds really good.
Hope it's fun. Well, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from originally, and what kind of inspired you to play music?
Yeah. Well, it's a long story. I'm from Boston, outside of Boston originally. I started playing guitar when someone's dad came into my preschool when I was like 6.
Nice.
And he was playing guitar, and I was like, this is cool, I want to do this. And then I started playing guitar. So yeah, from Boston. I went to school in Chicago, and then I moved to Cardiff, Wales for 4 years.
Saw that.
Played in a band there, got deported a couple times, how it is.
Couldn't keep you out though.
Yeah, they couldn't handle me, I guess.
Yeah.
And then I moved back to Boston during lockdown, and I was like, this sucks. So I came to Fort Collins.
Awesome.
Here we are.
Welcome. We're glad to have you.
Thanks.
And I play a lot of like family music, so it's good to hear that. Hopefully, maybe I'm inspiring some kids when I show up and be goofy with a guitar. So that's awesome to hear that little story.
Yeah, like a billion years from now, the next Mystee would be like, I saw someone's dad play, and it was you.
At preschool. That's how it all started. Well, that's awesome. So yeah, Wales. Do you speak Welsh? Or did
Only
you learn?
from signs, so I can say like dim piscata, which means no fishing. I lived in the Bay, so I saw a lot of no fishing signs.
No fishing. That's just mostly no fishing.
Everything's no smoking, dim is McGee, stuff like that.
All the important stuff.
All the important stuff. I also know popcorn because it's popcorn. It's just popcorn with a G.
Okay. One of my favorite bands is from Wales, the Super Furry Animals.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they're so good.
They're the other
I love
one.
the Super Furry Animals. I play them. I think me and one other DJ I think here at KRFC play them. But they're just so good, and I love when they sing in Welsh. Just because it's the craziest. Or just like reading the titles, I'm like I can't pronounce that. There's like 12 consonants in a row.
They're pretty crazy. A good Welsh band to check out is called Keys. I write for them sometimes. I write lyrics for them. They're really cool. They're like a psych rock band.
Awesome. What was the name of your band in Wales?
We were called Glass Jackets.
Glass Jackets. And is there any music online or anything?
There's one song still up. We had an EP, but we took it down because it's actually kind of sad. It didn't really I don't know, it wasn't the vibe we were going for.
Yeah.
And we recorded a whole new one, and we were like super excited about it. And then lockdown happened, and everything fell apart. And
oh man, never really finished.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bummer. Yeah, it's hard to like capture all that energy sometimes, and if you don't capture it, you're like, should I release this? I just spent a lot of money and time on it.
Right. Like we did capture it, but we never put it out, and then it was like too late because things kept happening that messed it up.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'll say from your recorded music that I've listened to online and your live music, you've done a good job at capturing what you got going on here with Mystee. So
well, thanks.
It's awesome. Back there on the drums, we have Josh Carroll.
Howdy.
Rocking it. Welcome. How are you today?
Pretty good.
Good.
Yeah. Got to take work off this morning for this, so that's always a big win.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
So what about you? Where are you from? And what got you interested in playing?
I grew up in Southern California, San Bernardino County.
Okay.
I grew up in like a mega church, and there was a lot of opportunities to play drums, which is what I really cared about. And just got to do a lot of really cool time as a teenager working in really professional music settings, which was really fun. And then I moved here and met Ilana, and now we're a band.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, you're a good drummer. You're a loud drummer, which is awesome.
Yeah.
He said, yeah. You just sat down when I walked in and were like, and I was like, oh! That's awesome. I should have brought my earplugs today, but I say that every week pretty much. But yeah, so you did a lot of music in church. Was there anything else, any other like musicians or bands that inspired you at that?
That inspired me?
Yeah.
I mean,
What was your
I grew up
first?
with a lot of classic rock, so like Queen and
Okay.
the Beatles and.
Do you remember what your first like tape or CD was or anything?
Oh, that's a good question.
And Alana, I didn't ask you. I usually ask people. So
I was like, dodged a bullet, not being
Yeah,
asked that. But
My first ever drum teacher, it wasn't my first CD ever, but my first ever drum teacher gave me the CD of Continuum by John Mayer.
Okay.
And was just like, just go home and like play drums to this week.
Yeah.
Because Steve Jordan plays drums on that.
Okay.
And he's like an incredible drummer. But yeah, that was like my first like time intentionally listening to a drummer and trying to like do what he was doing, I guess.
Emulate
So,
that.
Yeah.
Emulate that sound.
Yeah, totally.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
And so drums was your first instrument then?
Yeah.
Nice.
I was just like 12 and for some reason got this bug and asked my mom for like 6 months to buy me a drum set for Christmas, and then she finally did. And
Parents
yeah.
are always like no to drums.
Yeah,
I
right.
had
I can't
my kid
believe
turned
they
3
did
and I
it.
was like, here's a drum set.
Yeah, no, I really can't believe they ended up buying me a
They fell
kit,
for
but
it.
It's seemed to work out for me so far. So
Yeah. Did you have any other bands before Mystee?
yeah, I play in a couple bands in town.
Okay.
So I'm with Junie and Miranda Fling, and
Nice.
then Mystee, and I'm going on tour with this band called Fox Royale next month.
Oh, cool.
My first ever band was this group called Juniper Park. Those are
Okay.
kind of my friends I grew up with in California, and I ended up leaving that band just because I didn't want to stay in California.
Yeah.
But yeah, always
Got
got a
music
lot of love to
online
those
people
guys.
can find?
Yeah, Juniper
Okay,
Park.
Juniper Park
There's
does.
a big Spotify page,
Okay, cool.
Apple Music, YouTube, whatever.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. And Alana, first CD, tape? Do you remember what it was?
I don't really remember what my first CD was. I know I grew up like my extended family all lived in New York, so we would drive from Boston to New York all the time and just listen to the Beatles over and over, which
Yeah.
obviously
It's good enough.
But the first one I bought, I think, was like some weird like sketchy demo from like Jimmy Eat World or something.
Oh, that's awesome.
With like my own money.
Yeah, that's what it's
I
all
don't
about.
remember
In
what
the
it was
2000s,
called. I
that's
can't
awesome.
find it anymore.
Yeah. The reason I ask this question is you never know what somebody's going to say. We get a lot of like, sometimes we get like Backstreet Boys from like the bluegrass
Nice.
people and stuff. So it's just always fun to know. We have Keaton Nalesny. I said it right?
Yes, yes,
Keaton
yes, thanks.
Nalesny over here on bass, back there on bass, I should say. How are you doing today? Good to see you.
Good. Thanks for having us.
Your second
Yeah,
time,
yeah.
I think, in the Ginger and Baker studio.
And I'm just impressed every single time.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
It's
yeah.
awesome. It's a lot of
Yeah.
fun. What about you? Where are you originally from?
I'm from here.
Awesome.
Yeah, born and raised, Rocky Mountain High School. If
Nice.
anybody's out there, go Bows. And I went to CSU as well. So
Oh, cool.
yeah, I'm just like a local here, and was so fortunate that these people moved here.
Yeah.
How could I get so lucky, right? So
You're-
yeah.
They
no.
came for you.
Oh, totally. Yes.
You
yes,
were the-
of course,
you were
of
the
course.
magnet.
Manifested us.
And what was your what got inspiration? That's the word I'm looking for. I had like
yeah.
3 I words go through my brain at the same time they collided. What's your inspiration for being a musician? You play more than bass, right?
Yeah, I play a few other things,
Yeah.
mainly bass now.
Okay.
And I sit in with a bunch of random bands. And yeah, I guess my inspiration back in the day, Sting.
Okay.
Seeing like old Sting videos and being
Yeah.
like, I can sing and play bass. That's not like a forbidden thing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's cool.
That was super inspiring. And then I got to see him 2 years ago
Nice.
in Vegas, and I was like, this is the culmination of my whole life. This is
Dream
awesome.
come true.
Great live show if you ever get a chance. So
Yeah, that's awesome.
yeah.
And you have another job you were on for a little while. You were running sound, and you had some probably pretty darn cool experiences doing that. What were you up to?
So I was guitar teching for a band, Velveteers, for a while.
Yeah.
And
That's what it was.
the funnest experience. They're awesome, great people.
Yeah,
And,
Denver-based Velveteers.
Yep. And I got to tour the country with them, and we had a great time.
Yeah.
And yeah.
But you were hanging out with what, like Guns N' Roses?
Yeah, well,
And-
I hopped on right after that.
Oh, right
so
after
we got
that.
to do like Smashing
Smashing Pumpkins, that's a shame.
And Greta, I know. We got, oh gosh, so many fun experiences. and
Yeah.
it makes me want to travel with this band more because
Exactly.
how fun and the shenanigans you get into. It's
They'll
great.
suck you out of northern Colorado.
Yeah.
You brought them all together,
Yes.
and now they're going to
I know, right?
bring you on tour.
Blossom. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What about you? Your first record, first tape, whatever it may have been, CD?
I was trying to think about it. I'm pretty sure I took this from my dad. It was like Run Run Rudolph.
Oh, nice.
The rock version.
Nice.
And I swear, I played that like over and over. I don't know what it is about that song. It's a great song.
Who wrote that? Was that?
I'm trying
like
to remember.
Chuck Berry?
It sounds like
I think it's Chuck Berry. Yeah,
something like that. Because it was played by everybody in the 70s. Like any band in San Francisco or California was playing that song.
And it would be like June, and I'm still listening to Run Run Rudolph. And, my parents are like, I'm like, play it again, and they're like, we've heard it 8 times in this car ride, but you know, gotta
we have a rule in my family with my kid. It's 2 times in a row.
Okay.
And then it's over. You got to take a break. Do something else for a little while, and then we can go back.
You're the responsible dad. Yeah.
It's driving me crazy.
I know. Yeah.
Awesome. We've got Joey Holmes over here on the guitar. That's a beautiful white guitar. How do you keep it so shiny?
It's just like this.
It's just like this.
Got it set up.
I play
like
a
that,
lot,
yeah.
so I guess I just kind of
So wipe it off as you're doing it.
Yeah, looks great. Thanks.
Yeah. That's awesome. And where are you from?
I'm from Scottsdale, Arizona.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Hot.
Yeah, it's much better here as far as weather.
Yeah.
So I don't really go home in the summer. Well,
No.
Mainly during the holidays, but it's
When
tolerable.
it's tolerable. That's good. And how did you find your way to Fort Collins?
So I came here in 2016 to go to CSU.
Okay.
I studied microbiology. So once I finished school, I ended up finding some music friends and
Nice.
exploring that, and I now have really cool music friends.
Awesome. And how did you get inspired to be a musician?
So I started similarly to Josh as far as the drums. Not the mega church, but my dad was a drummer in college, and
Okay.
he would always share classic rock with me and the stuff that he listened to in college. And so I thought drums were super cool. So at the time I was going through a big pop punk phase because at the time I was like maybe 10 or 11. It was like 2007, 2008. So that's when that stuff kind of ramped up for me at least. And so I was really big into Paramore and stuff like that.
Okay.
So their drum parts are super cool and have always been super inspiring. So I got a drum set with my dad. We actually went half on it because he wanted to play too.
Yeah.
So I learned a lot of Paramore drum
Cool.
beats and got into that. And then my music taste kind of changed. Picked up the guitar a few years later. I actually dropped it for 6 or 7 years after that and picked it up 5 years ago now.
Okay.
Started learning how to play it a little better.
Started
And finally have some friends.
brushing up the scales and stuff.
Totally.
So where did you guys meet in general? How did you come together as a band?
It's actually interesting. I moved here in 2022. I was doing a solo project, Mystee as a solo project, and I was looking for a band, and I was about to give up. And then one day, I went to get coffee, and I was gonna go to Mugs, and I was like, actually, I think I want to check out Harbinger because I've never been there. And Josh was working there.
Oh, cool.
So we were chatting, and he was like, "You seem like you actually know how to play music." That's what you said, right?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
So we jammed a little bit, and then I added Keaton. I met Keaton because I was working a show at 830 North,
Okay.
and he was running sound there.
Cool.
So we started doing music together. And Joey was added on later. We had another guitarist. We were playing with Ryan, who plays in Costanza, and then he was too busy, so he was like, "Oh, I know this really great guitarist."
Awesome.
So that's how I met Joey. I don't know how you guys met.
I met you through
Each other.
other
Mutual
stuff,
music.
friends.
Yeah,
Mutual
Joey was one of the
musical.
first people I met in town,
Yeah.
actually.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I actually didn't know that about you guys. Harbinger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Something just told me, hey, go to Harbinger.
The
this
universe
time.
whispering.
It's the right time for you to build your rock band.
Yeah,
Right now at Harbinger.
it's weird.
Well, that's awesome. Thanks for letting us know all about your little backstories and everything. It's always fun to know. Why don't we hear some more music? What do we got coming up next?
We're gonna play a song called Deep End, and I wrote it about roller skating, but also about breaking up with my ex. They go together, sort of.
Duality
I
of
was
man.
taking a risk.
The duality,
Yeah, the duality of man, roller skating and breaking up with someone. There must be something wrong with me. My mind can't think, my eyes can't see. And you're still haunting all my dreams, pulling my thread out at the seams. There must be
Mystee here on Live at Lunch. Play us another one.
Yes, I'm ready now.
We got Mystee here on Live at Lunch, KRFC RadioVision Live at Lunch, and you can always catch us on YouTube. Just search for KRFC RadioVision Live at Lunch. Any of those will get you there, and you can stream us on www.krfcfm.org. Before we chat with the band more, I just want to give a huge shout out to our awesome audio and video crew. Do an amazing job for everything we do here. On audio today, we have Colton Boening, and we have Chrissy Pilley, Brendan Jones, and Kevin Banker. And then we have on video Eric Delano, Dan Perez, Kevin Banker doing double time for us today. He's getting paid extra for volunteering. And then Jamal Page, first time here with us today. Awesome hanging out with us. What a great crew we have, making us all look good and sound good. Even better, I mean, the band already sounds fantastic. We can't do much. We just got to capture it and mix it a little bit and then put it out to the world. So you guys sound fantastic, by the way.
Thank you.
Let's talk a little bit about some shows you got coming up. Got some new music and stuff, and we'll talk about that in the next break. But got some awesome shows, including a little bit of Foco MX.
Yeah, we're playing Saturday Foco MX, April 20th at the Coast at 9:15.
Nice. And that's the Fort Collins Music Experiment. For those of you who don't know what Foco MX is, it's a huge... there's 300 artists, I think, and 50 venues or something, somewhere around there. It takes over the whole city for April 19th and 20th this year. Different every year, but it happens every year, and it's amazing. And so FocoMA.org, I believe, is the website. You can get a wristband there. It's super cool. Go see so much live music over the weekend. So that's the Coast, 9:15 on Saturday the 20th. For Foco MX, and then you got a little solstice party. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, we're playing Summer Solstice Festival at the Lyric, June 21st, and it's gonna be super fun. We played it last year. Last year it was really fun. It was kind of crazy. We had Ryan come up and play guitar alongside Joey because I couldn't play because I broke my wrist playing roller derby. So I was playing cowbell and singing. It was a good time.
It was epic. Yeah,
that's awesome.
This year we're gonna have a regular lineup though. So.
Regular lineup.
Yep.
But
hopefully.
at least you had Ryan there. Knows what he's doing.
Oh yeah.
So that's good.
Oh, he sure does.
Tell us a little bit about roller derby. You brought it up. I'm gonna bring it back
I
around
can't
to
go
roller
2
derby.
minutes without bringing it up. Sorry. It's it's pretty addicting.
Is it Fort Collins Roller Derby? What's the name of that?
Our team is called Foco Roller Derby.
Okay.
Well, that's our league. It's kind of hard to explain. We have home teams too, so I'm on the Growlers, and then we play against the Ale Marys.
Okay.
And I'm also on the travel team, which is called the Micro Bruisers, and we're about to play a tournament in Taos. So
that's awesome.
Gonna be cool.
Tournament. So I have very limited knowledge of roller derby, except for watching it when I was a young child on TV, and I never knew what was going on. I just knew people were roller skating and running into each other. So can you, for people like me who have no idea how it works, what is, that part sounds like fun, but what is do they have to make a certain number of rounds? What's the goal of roller derby?
Well, we definitely skate a lot and run into each other. So
that's 90% of it.
There's two positions, basically, if I'm simplifying it. There's blockers and jammers. The blockers are the ones trying to stop the jammers from getting through.
Okay.
And I'm a jammer, so I'm basically like the ball.
Okay.
So I try to get through the blockers and score points by lapping them. So for each person on the other team that I pass on my second lap, I get a point.
Okay.
Basically.
And how many people are on a team?
It depends on the team. On the track at a time, each team has 5 people.
Okay.
Unless they get penalties.
So there are penalties.
Oh yeah.
So there's a box.
There's a lot of penalties.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so if you sit in the little box area,
It's like hockey kind of.
Interesting.
So, you can't hit people in certain spots.
Okay.
It's dangerous.
Can't
Yes.
Yeah, no fighting.
No fist
no
fighting.
Oh, you can fight. Not with your fists.
No fist fighting. But wow, that's crazy. Yeah, I haven't really. I see signs up around here in the music district sometimes for.
Yeah, did you
roller
see the
derby,
one that I
but-
was on?
Maybe I probably
She's on
did.
half of them, yeah.
In February.
She's a star.
I probably saw it, and I was like, "Oh, there's roller." I think I knew it just in the back of my brain. So, where do you roller derby? Is it just on a regular roller rink, or?
So we practice at Rollerland.
Okay.
But we do our I almost said shows. We play our shows. We do our I almost said gigs that time. We do our games at the ranch.
Yeah.
In
Okay.
Loveland.
And
or
is it?
McKee or
But
whatever
is
it's
it like a full roller rink like normal, or is it like wasn't there like
Just
a
the
track?
track,
It's a
track.
track. And how wide is the track? Sorry,
That is
this
above
is far
my
afield
pay
from
grade.
music.
I don't know numbers.
It's about the size of this room.
Okay, so probably
No.
like 10.
Really? You think
10,
it's
12
double the
feet?
size?
Way bigger
width
than
of
this
the track?
room.
You think? I was gonna say
Just
the
like
width
a
of the
single-
track.
I will say
Yeah, it's about that.
27 times around the track is a mile, I
Okay.
believe.
Okay.
Whoa.
Oh,
So
Well, that's
Yeah.
cool.
that's a lot of time.
Well, that's a lot of fun. So the ranch in Loveland has roller derby tournaments that we can all look into. That's awesome. And is there a lot of showmanship to it? Showwomanship to it?
I try to bring showwomanship to it because for me it's a sport obviously, but it's also a performance. So once
That's what I remembered about it. It's like more like professional wrestling.
So it's a little different than it used to be. Like
Okay.
there's more rules. It's like a different kind of league now. Like you can't like flip people over and stuff like that. But you still hit people, you know. And the better I get at it, the more I try to bring in some like show flair because people like to see that.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
I
fun.
like to go up and hit the other jammer when they're like, you know, before they're in the pack. Like that won't mean anything to most of you, but
now you can YouTube that.
yeah.
Google
Go
that
look
up.
roller
Search
derby.
that up, as my kid says. And so is there some place people can, if somebody's interested in getting involved in roller derby, can they just like go to a website or something where they can?
Yes. Oh, I should have memorized this information before.
Oh, I did. I had no idea this was even going to come up. So.
If you go on our website, like FocoRollerDerby.org,
Okay.
we're always recruiting new people, and we just
Nice.
opened our league up to like all genders.
Okay.
So if you're interested.
Cool. Well, that was a side trip I didn't know was going to happen today, but I learned a lot. I hope everybody else did too. So also getting back to touring, besides your tour to go do roller derby, you're planning a tour. There's no details released yet, but there is going to be a tour with the full band this year. Are you all hopping in a van? How are you going to accomplish
That's the
that?
plan,
We're piecing
yeah.
that
Plan.
together.
We're going
yeah.
to the Midwest.
We're building
in
the
July.
van.
Building-
It's actually a Lego van. So if anyone has
It'll
any
be shipped here in a
wheels,
bit.
Yeah, it's normal early band kind of things. A Lego van, and it's gonna fall apart.
We're gonna call it the Mystee machine.
The Misty machine.
Yeah,
The
we're
Mystery
gonna paint
machine
it
for
green.
Scooby Doo. Mystee
That's
machine.
fantastic.
Paint
Are
it
you-
green. Get all the
Yeah.
you know.
So
Bring
far,
a
I've got a
Great
couple
Dane.
wheels and some plyboard.
Okay, yeah.
but,
There's
Probably
a
in the
Great Dane
market
in
for
my
a van.
building, so he's coming on tour with us because we need a Scooby.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need
And a
some
merch
sort of
person.
dog. Yeah.
yeah, true.
and somebody to load all your stuff in while you sit there.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
well, yeah, of
big,
course,
he can
of
do
course.
that.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
his name is actually Scooby, is it?
Is it Scooby?
I would like to think so. Yeah.
It will be. Scooby Snacks. So there will be more information coming out about your tour. Do you know which direction you're going, or are you going everywhere?
It's going to be Midwest.
Okay, Midwest.
So
So-
I'm super excited because I went to college in Chicago,
Okay.
so I haven't been there in a while.
Yeah,
It'll be fun.
it's a good place to go in the summer. Not when it's freezing cold. Listeners, watchers can find more information or keep their eyes open if they follow you on Instagram is a great place, right?
Instagram's the best place, probably.
Yeah, and that's at Mystee Music. And once again, I'll spell that Mystee Music.
Yes, and in our bio on Instagram, we have our link tree where you can find any other stuff that you're looking for.
Yeah.
Our website is mistymusic.com, so pretty easy.
There's a great picture of them in a library, and I love that. Love libraries. So
It's actually ARC.
is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
really?
Used books.
Yeah.
at
Oh,
Arc,
that's
yeah.
funny. It looks like a
Yeah,
library.
fooled ya.
Yeah.
Got 'em.
Yeah. Well, Alana's reading. Did you read The Creative Curve? I was like, oh, that looks like an interesting book. Did you buy it and read that one that you're holding in the picture?
We'll go back
Totally,
for it.
yeah.
Yeah.
The Ark, a
Some
great
like-
place to take pictures, I guess. I haven't been in the Ark in a long time, so
Great.
but
great.
you can get some good shots, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
Just bring
Shout
the
out,
camera.
who
guy.
did the photos again? It was,
It
Joe
was
Bab.
Joe Bab.
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Shout out
Great
Joe.
job.
Of
Yeah.
Spinster, another
Yeah.
sick band in town.
We
Yeah.
just played with them. Yeah.
Heck yeah. Well, that's awesome. Well, let's see here. We've got, about a little over 20 minutes left. So why don't we play 2 more songs, and then we'll chat about your upcoming music and maybe like a little bit of the creative process that goes into Mystee.
Sounds good.
Awesome. All right. Mystee here on Live at Lunch, KRFC 88.9 FM, Fort Collins. Play us, what do you got next?
We're going to do a couple new songs for you, if that's cool.
Excellent.
The song's called Forget Me Not. I don't ever wanna miss you, but if you really have to leave, I'll be just fine, knowing that you're mine. I remember when I kissed you underneath the starry sky, fingers intertwined, as all the stars align. I will catch you if you let me. I'll do whatever it takes, just don't forget me. Give you all I've got, just forget me not. And now I'm higher than a mountain. Struggles fall away to gold, perfect from above, blinded by our love. I will catch you if you let me. I'll do whatever it takes, just don't forget me. Give you all I've got, just forget me not. And I'm sorry I ever let you down. I know that it's the farthest way to fall. I will catch you if you let me. I will catch you if you let me. I will catch you if you let me. I'll do whatever it takes, just don't forget me. Give you all I've got, just forget me not. Just forget me not. Just forget me not. Just forget me not.
Mystee here on KRFC RadioVision live at lunch, rocking out some tunes. That was Forget Me Not, and can always tune into the YouTube channel if you're just listening right now. Check out YouTube KRFC RadioVision live at lunch and watch these awesome performers. All right.
You told me once you'd never fall in love. I should have run. Instead I called your bluff. Instead I called your bluff. 2 days, 2 months, too much time spent alone. No one-on-one, still waiting by the phone. Never called when you got home. You didn't have to say it first, you didn't have to say it. But now we're living in reverse, and I can't take it, and you can't take it back. Can't take it back. You're a hit and run, your words all up in smoke. Could have hurt someone, but you played it like a joke.
It's over under the cymbal stand there.
Oh, thanks.
And let's get a tune too.
I saw it. I thought it was a piece of drumstick for a second.
Thank you.
Got it. Awesome. All right, Mystee here on Live at Lunch. That was Take It Back, and before that, Forget Me Not. Just crushing it in here. It's awesome. I love it. So, got a new song that just came out recently. Handful of songs ready for streaming, ready for people to listen to. And of course, this entire Live at Lunch, re-listenable at any time. I thought maybe we'd go back to the first song that you actually played called Ember Ember. That has a little story behind it too. And of course, everybody can go back and listen to it after they're all done with this episode. But that was recorded here in the Music District. And why don't you tell us a little bit about that recording process and the story behind it?
Well, the story behind the song, it's actually kind of an older song. I wrote it in 2020 in lockdown.
Yeah.
I was living in Wales with my songwriting partner at the time, and it was like rough during lockdown, you know. All we had was like a recording studio, and that was it. That was the only thing we could do. So we just wrote a bunch of songs, and this was one of them, Ember Ember, and it was kind of about how the line, every time I think I see the light, it's just another firefight. That was about how my old band Glass Jackets used to, like, we were about to go on tour and then I got deported, and then we were about to go on tour and then lockdown started and all that. So it's like every time I get close, you know.
Yeah.
So that's what the song's about.
Okay.
But the recording, we worked with Ryan Adams, who actually used to be our guitarist, but he's an awesome producer. And he brought the song to life for us. So
Awesome. And all the parts were recorded in the Music District?
Most of them. I think the drums and bass, I want to say, were
Drums, bass, yeah.
Yeah,
And I
and
think
then-
Scratch vocals, scratch everything.
a lot was
Yeah.
done at Ryan's home studio
Okay.
too, which is down the street. So
Yeah, he's probably got something good going on there too.
Oh yeah.
He knows what he's doing. And he is also, Ryan's in, what is it, Junie? No.
Costanza?
Costanza, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Also Foxy Velour.
Okay,
It's
and
their-
Foxy Velour.
It's their funk band. Yeah.
Okay,
It's
awesome.
funky, yeah.
It's funky.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's cool. And it was also in the 5314 music video experiment, which happens just about every year. And there's how many 10 people get music videos made? Can you explain that process? Do you know?
something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly how many, but basically they pair bands up with like production companies, and you have like $1,000 budget over a couple days, and you just make whatever you can.
It's
And
like 72 hours or something.
Yeah,
and
it's something to do with the numbers of the, experiment.
Yeah, 53.
I'm not good with numbers.
53 hours, and I don't
Something
know.
like
14.
that.
I'm pretty sure that's actually, you might be right, yeah.
Yeah. It's they got to squeeze it all in, figure it all out.
Yeah.
And then there's a big party, usually at the Lyric, where they
Premiere.
screen all of them. Oh, I think did it get rained out last year?
No, it was. I just had a funny story about
okay.
it.
I was gonna say one year I got like rained out or something, I think.
No, we had like a big premiere at the Lyric outside. It was beautiful. We were sitting in the lobby, and I like looked up, and I was like, oh, that guy over there kind of looks like my dad who lives in Boston. And like I just like looked really closely, and I was like, wait a second, that is my dad. And he just like showed up. So that was
That's
pretty
awesome.
cool. Yeah.
That's really cool.
And also, like, recording the music video was pretty fun because we drove all the way out on this like some private property and just like in the middle of the field on a dirt road and just recorded it all in one take. And you could see some storm clouds rolling in during the music video, and so we definitely did get rained on.
Okay.
Yeah.
All the gear.
Yeah, we got
Did
rained
you
on.
bring all
Yeah.
your
Like
gear out
pretty
and
much
everything?
everything had like water on it.
Okay,
Everything was fine, but
Yeah.
we were like pushing
That's
it
good.
to the last second, and
Last
that made for some
moment.
pretty sweet aesthetics. But
Yeah.
It was
that's really
funny
cool.
too because we were on like some random dirt road, and some guy pulled up in a car, and we thought he was gonna be like, "Get off my property!" And turns out I can't remember what company he worked at, but he was like he worked at like a brewery.
Oh, okay.
And he was like, "Oh no, I just wanted to check it out. This is super cool. Like, come have a free beer." So like that was cool.
That's awesome. And is that video available to watch on your YouTube page?
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Okay, cool. And I think they're all available on 5314 Music Video Experiment webpage as well. So yeah, that's a really cool thing. And then you also just had a brand new song come out called The Rain. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, the rain. I also kind of wrote about roller skating a little bit.
Most of my songs are just about roller skating.
You know, you gotta do what you know.
Yeah.
The rain. I wrote it also kind of during lockdown when I was back in Boston, and I was just doing a lot of park skating at the time, and it was the kind of thing where like I have nothing to lose. You know, it's kind of a weird thing to write about, but there's a line like when you can't feel the sorrow through the pain. And it was kind of like just, you know, letting yourself do crazy stuff because like why not?
Yeah.
So you don't have to feel anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a fun one. It goes hard live usually. So
cool. Yeah. And do you do like the transition roller skating and the ramps and stuff then too, like at North Aslan and stuff?
I used to do a lot of it.
Okay.
It's kind of a long story, my roller skating journey, but like during lockdown, when I lived in Boston, there was no roller derby and there was nothing at all to do because it was like 2021.
Yeah.
So I spent all my time at the skate park basically.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, skate parks are fun. I enjoy them. Do you find any difference as far as like when you're writing now? Like, what did Wales, do you think, bring to your songwriting versus Fort Collins, Colorado? Is there like a major difference in your songwriting or thematically? Or
I actually try to think about that a lot. It's kind of hard to say. Wales obviously influenced me a lot. I lived there like the first few years of my like real life. Mm-hmm. And I went there to study songwriting, so it definitely influenced my songwriting. I also spent a lot of time with my songwriting partner who was from Liverpool. So a lot of like heavy Beatles influences there. But yeah, when I moved here, I had just lived in Boston for like a year. In Boston, honestly, no offense to anyone who likes Boston, I grew up there. It was very uninspiring for me. I came here and I was like, wow, everything's quirky and like cool. And I met like a couple people who are really good songwriters and wrote with them for a while. So now I'm like in a combination of like that last one we played, I wrote like recently, like a couple months ago. Mm-hmm. But the one before that, I wrote like in Wales. So I have like all this backlog of songs that never got used. Okay. So it's kind of like a mishmash. Yeah. Our songs.
And so do you write usually on electric or acoustic, or do you write doing lyrics doing something else and then bring them to the table? How do you go about that?
It kind of depends on the song. A lot of the time I'll have like a lyric or like a title in mind, like in my phone notes app, whatever. Mm-hmm. And I'll like sit down with the guitar, and usually I get like a simple guitar part and just start singing whatever over it. Mm-hmm. And the lyrics come from there. Lyrics are my favorite part of writing, so I try to save them for last if I can, because it's kind of like putting a puzzle together. Yeah. Like when I write for Keys, that Welsh band, they actually send me like just a little voice memo of like him singing the top line with no lyrics, and I just put the lyrics in, and that's like my favorite thing.
Is that Keys, Keys?
Yeah.
Okay, Keys. Awesome.
I think it's all caps, I think.
All caps Keys.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's homework for listeners. Yeah. Check out Keys.
Really good. Check it out. It's kind of hard to find sometimes. I think if you Google "Bring Me the Head of Jerry Garcia," that's their album. That comes
Did you write that one?
I didn't write that one. I wrote the one after that, or parts of the one after that.
That's awesome.
That's a great name.
Bring me the middle finger of Jerry Garcia. Lost long ago. Well, that's awesome. That's really cool. So, brand new tune out on all the streaming services. The Rain. We got Foco MX, Saturday, April 20th, 9:15 at the Coast. We got Summer Solstice Party at the Lyric, June 21st. That's a big to-do over there. Really cool. And then a tour for folks to keep an eye out for in July in the Midwest. So all our Midwest listeners or people who love someone in the Midwest can always let them know there's a sweet band coming through, and they're called Mystee, and that's Mystee Music on Instagram, Mystee Music, and mysteemusic.com. Great place to find more information and keep up with the latest news for them. We got a few minutes left, and you got 2 songs left. Why don't we kick those out, kick out the jams?
Let's do it. It's background.
Cigarettes and memories litter in my empty room. A cup of coffee just to settle up with my own truth. When did it get so broken? Can't be re-glued. Hard to live in color when everything just looks blue. Somehow, I guess it will be fine. Everything comes back around in time. Nothing really matters just as much as everybody says. Bending over backwards just to try to make it out of bed. When did it get so broken? It's all in my head. Rearrange the pages of the story for a better end. Somehow, I guess it will be fine. I guess it will. Everything comes back around in time. Oh, cigarettes and memories litter in my empty room. Up with my own truth. When did it get so broken? Can't be re-glued. Hard to live in color when everything just looks blue. Somehow, I guess it will be fine. I guess it will. Everything comes back around in time. Somehow, I guess it will be fine. I guess it will. Everything comes back around in time. When did it get so broken? Nothing left to lose. And now with arms wide open, I do what I choose.
Yeah, we got one final song from Mystee here on KRFC Live at Lunch. KRFC RadioVision Live at Lunch. You can check us out on YouTube. Make sure to watch the super sweet videos of this fantastic Fort Collins band just crushing it before they go out on tour this summer. And I believe this is a brand new song that you just released.
Yes, the rain.
All right, let's hear it.
Lately I've been reeling from snow inside my bones. Ever get the feeling you might not make it home? Used to love
Thank you for listening to Live at Lunch, and thank you to the Music District here in the heart of Fort Collins, Colorado. Live at Lunch is produced by KRFC 88.9 FM in the Ginger and Baker studio. If you'd like to appear on Live at Lunch, email our music director, David Vacek, at david@krfcfm.org.